You have to deal with this. Courtney was the last person you let into your life, and she betrayed that trust today. Fine, I'm gonna have this conversation with myself, but I'm not pretending not to see that you are hurting. What? It is too hard to bottle up your feelings. It eats away at you, I know. I used to do it all the time. I had to protect myself. I had to protect my brother. But my life, it's better now that I let go. You're just gonna ignore me.
No,
just like
I'm
that.
actually kind of hungry. So maybe you should make
okay.
some
I'm gonna
food.
take that as a yes. You're gonna ignore what just happened. You're gonna ignore the fact that I'm trying to help you.
You're not helping me by talking so much all the time.
Because you won't let me.
Because I don't need help. Courtney and I are over.
Okay, so you're saying that you don't care that she probably kissed you to make Jax jealous. Look, I'm not in the mood for another knockdown, drag-out fight, so if that's what...
That's not... I need to speak with Jason. You've heard of John Durant, right?
Yeah.
He's Cardi's father.
The federal prosecutor in Manhattan.
Mr. Stamp Out Organized Crime just paid Cardi a visit just now.
Sonny, how long has she known this?
She suspected, but then she realized the risk. She decided to leave it alone. She didn't want to contact her.
Yeah, and of course he wants to contact her, right?
Well, you know what? He's a smooth guy. He claims he never wanted a family, but he had to see Carly again just to talk. She's vulnerable to the guy. He says it has nothing to do with me, but his reputation says the opposite. Durant is looking to make his mark by taking down every organization in the state. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for him, and you can be damn sure he's gonna take it.
What do you want me to do?
Well, I just want Cardi's father out of our lives.
Your father is a federal prosecutor, Carly.
Yeah, John Durant.
I just saw you with him.
He hugged me, Jason.
Has to end.
I can't make any judgments. I mean, what if he's sincere? What if he wants to get to know me? And from me, and it has nothing to do with
Carly,
Sonny?
listen to me. John Durant is not your childhood dream come true.
What if you're wrong, Jason? Jason, what if he cares more about having a relationship with me than what?
Please, you have a home, you have 2 beautiful kids, you have a husband, you have the life that you've always wanted. Do not risk it. Carly, come on, you've been burned enough to know that one bad choice can ruin everything. You know that.
Jason, I know you're trying to protect me right now.
Yes, I would do it, Carly. I would do anything for you. You know I would. But I don't think I can help you if you open the door to Durant. I'm sorry, one thoughtless slip, one casual remark, and you can give this guy everything he needs to take Sonny down. Is a father you barely know worth risking everything that you love?
What if Carly's right? What if her father really does want to get to know her?
Durant doesn't think that way,
You
Sam.
don't even know the guy,
I know
Jason.
enough.
Listen, people who don't know Sonny probably jump to conclusions about him, too, because he can come off scary and ruthless and selfish sometimes, and it drives me crazy the way he wants to control me and the baby, but I don't think he would ever intentionally hurt his child.
First of all, Sonny would die for his kids. That's not how Durant's thinking right
He's
now.
a father, too. My daughter has a right to know Sonny and make up her own mind whether or not she likes him or not. Shouldn't Carly have the same
Yeah,
chance?
but Carly thinks Durant is looking at her and seeing the baby he never got to hold.
Maybe he is, Jason.
Sam, he's looking at her as a mark to work for all she's worth. And to a guy like Durant, she's worth a hell of a lot. Gotta go out.
Well, I'm not going to ask where you're headed or when you'll be back, but I do have one question for you.
What?
Why do you put your life on the line for Sonny every day when he takes you for granted and treats you like dirt?
I didn't have a life until Sonny gave me a job. That wasn't who I am now. You know, I was nothing. Except the Quartermain's terrible loss. And none of them, except, you know, my grandmother and Emily treated me like a person. I sure didn't feel like a person. But Sonny gave me a chance.
Jason, I get that. But it doesn't mean he can treat you like his own personal punching bag. He should respect you.
He does. Sonny supported me the way a father supports his son. Yeah, you know what? He can be unfair sometimes, but he is loyal to a fault, and he always protects the people he loves. Listen, Sam, you know, Sonny may struggle with his decisions, but eventually he will make the right choice for your daughter.
You know what's funny? You just described the perfect father. And it's not Sonny. It's you.
What'd you find in Durant's hotel?
Nothing. It's clean. There's no indication of what he's doing here.
Oh, well, even though we all know that Durant's using Carly's connection to try to take us down?
He not only gets the rest, he makes him stick right up to conviction.
What about Stephen Weber?
He and Durant have worked together in the past.
All right, keep doing what you're doing, okay? Those two showing up in Port Charles at the same time is not a coincidence.
I told Carly to just stay away from Durant.
Well, yeah, well, I told her it's her choice.
Well, that could be a mistake.
Daddy, come quick. Something's wrong with Morgan.
He got a fever. I don't know. He just came on.
He's having trouble breathing.
Oh, he's burning up.
Take Morgan into a pizza room. We won't know until we run some tests. I need to stabilize him, maybe take
Dr. O'Donnell, Morgan's convulsing.
Michael.
Scared.
It's okay.
Be an acute infection of some kind.
What kind?
But I'm sorry, I can't be more specific, but it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
Is Morgan still convulsing?
No, they've stopped, but there's no guarantee they won't reoccur. His fever's coming down, but he has an atypical rash. Fortunately, the hospital just hired a specialist with expertise in this area.
Just got your page. Where's the little boy? Sounds like a rare strain of gram-positive bacteria. He probably started Morgan on an antibiotic that it's not sensitive to.
Oh my God, so what are you gonna do?
Don't worry, the medication won't hurt Morgan. Unfortunately, it can't help him either. I'll need the initial LP results along with the blood and spinal cultures. Children Morgan's age explore the world with their mouths. They pick up an object, in it goes, and if she saw him get into something, it could help me narrow the field of options.
I think Morgan's sick because of me. At the duck pond in the park, and my ball rolled into the water. I went and got it and brought it back, and when I tied my shoe, he picked it up and tried to put it in his mouth.
Thank you, Michael. That was very helpful.
Please don't let him die.
Hey, you listen to me, Michael Corinthos III. I promise you that everyone in this hospital is going to take the best care of Morgan possible.
Okay. There's something off about that guy, and I don't want him treating my kid.
Son, he's a specialist.
In forensics. I mean, he shows up in Port Charles, and he's already working with the PCPD. Makes it a point to meet Carly and the kids. 3 hours later, he bumps into her Jakes. He's working her. Trying to get information. Maybe that's what, you know, he's trying to do something here. The same thing with Morgan. You don't know that. I mean,
Maybe you're right. But Morgan is sick, and he's the only one who can help.
well, you don't know that. I don't know that either. This Stephen Weber could be taking advantage of this.
We caught a break. Morgan has a rare bacterial infection.
Is it serious?
It can be fatal in children under 2, but luckily we caught it in time. This will knock the infection right out of him.
No, you ain't going anywhere near my son with that.
Would you rather he die?
No, I would rather have a second opinion.
We don't have time. Your son has a bacterial infection. I can't administer this injection without your permission, and every second you waste is costing your son.
Just let him do it. Sonny, let him do it.
All right. But I tell you what, go ahead and do it. But if my son dies, so do you. It's a bit of work, Jason.
He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, he works for the cops.
Hey, how's he doing?
Dr. Weber just gave him a shot of antibiotics.
What are you doing here?
I'm concerned about my grandson.
Well, who told you Morgan was sick?
Grandpa John helped me pray for Morgan.
Morgan's fever is still high. His vitals could be more stable.
So I guess the shot didn't work.
It's too soon to tell.
Okay, I'm gonna go on in with him, okay?
How'd you know about Morgan Durant? Did you tell him?
No.
Would have been a break for you.
Why is that?
Well, because he's the doctor who's saving Carly's child's life. And you're the father who came out of nowhere to hold their hand and add comfort. So I guess, you know, that leaves the door open for both of you to crawl into Carly's life.
You really think I'd use my own family, my grandson, to hurt you?
No, hurt's too personal. Carly and Michael are just the tools you plan to work with. But that's not going to happen, Durant. Because nobody uses my family.
Can't you just accept the fact that I want to get to know my daughter? Yeah, it's unfortunate Carly is married to you. I'm not going to pretend that...
Dad!
The medicine's working.
Thank God.
I'll thank the doctor. He brought the poor Charles.
Look, Stephen Weber saved Morgan's life. I am grateful.
As long as you realize that Stephen and Durant have worked together in the past, and they're probably still working together, I just want you to be careful.
Okay, well...
I'm here to see my grandson. That was beautiful. You got Carly's undying gratitude.
Oh, and I also cured your grandson of a potentially life-threatening illness.
All I'm saying is it worked well from all angles.
I know you're working together. And I know you want to take Sonny down, Durant, but it's not going to happen.
You know, as much as I hate to admit it, I'll have to compromise my principles when it comes to Sonny. The man is, after all, my son-in-law. I'll ignore the fact that he belongs in prison. You, on the other hand, are dirt under my feet. If you interfere with my relationship with my daughter in any way, I will come after you, and I will take you down.
John? You need to understand something. You may be my biological father, but I am more loyal to Jason than I will ever be to you. Jason is very protective of me, and I've given him plenty of reason to be. You have no idea how much he's done for me and my children.
Carly, stop. You don't have to explain anything to him about us.
Jason, if he's my father, he needs to understand our relationship.
I'm going to sleep. Daddy wants you guys to take me home.
You can say a prayer.
I already did in the chapel with Grandpa John. Mommy says he's her dad.
Did Carly tell you to call him Grandpa?
Uh-huh. He seems nice, but it just feels weird.
Okay, Michael, if it seems weird, you're right. You never have to speak to John Durant again. You know how it's Rick Lansing's job to try to put Sonny and me in prison? Well, that's Durant's job too, and that's all he cares about.
You have to tell Mommy. She doesn't know Mr. Durant's a bad guy.
She knows.
You have to get Mommy away from him.
She has to decide that for herself.
What if he puts Daddy in jail?
Well, that's not going to happen. Michael, you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to let it. You're a smart kid. And I know you see what goes on around here. Okay, you're getting a little older, and I'm going to have to start to tell you some things. I want you to be careful with Durant. Carl, I need to speak to you.
Just in the middle of something.
Tell your boss to back off of Carly.
John Durant and I aren't a package deal. No, we're not joined at the hip. We're not even friends. Look, I work with the man, but I know nothing about his personal life or his relationship with his daughter. And as for Carly, I consider her a friend. And I'm not going to ask your permission, and I'm not going to ask anybody else's to talk to her.
That was completely out of line. You realize that, don't you, Jason?
About? What are you thinking? Stephen Weber works forensics for the feds, and you're sitting here talking to him like you're buddies. Is that how it's going to be with Durant?
Okay, well, you give me a little more credit than that. Jason, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to go blabbing your precious business secrets to a federal prosecutor.
Don't you see what you're doing?
What am I doing, Jason?
You're already rationalizing, trying to figure out some way a relationship with Durant can work, and I'm telling you, it can't. You're the way into the biggest score of his career.
Oh, so you're saying that there's no possible way he could actually love me?
No.
What did I miss here, Jason? What did I miss? When did you all of a sudden become in charge of my life? When did you appoint yourself the person who could tell me who I could love and who I couldn't? I thought you were the person who let people make their own choices.
Courtney, I can't stop you from wrecking your own life. But you don't get to trash Sonny's or your kids or mine. For that matter, I have no intention of going to prison because you're long-lost father.
I'm sorry. I signed in to see Morgan and Michael disappeared. What? What are you talking about disappeared? What are you doing here anyway?
Michael wanted Morgan to have his Tigger teddy bear, and we came here. We came right through the main entrance, and the second I turned my back,
still in the
he
hospital?
vanished.
I thought you understood. I'm Carly's father. I don't mean your mother any harm.
You're a liar. All you want to do is put my dad in prison.
Hey. I'm sorry Michael is smarting off to you like
Don't
that.
talk to him.
What? Don't you talk to me like that. What is wrong with you? You show a little respect. John is an adult. He also happens to be your grandfather.
No, he's not. It's biology. Like with AJ. Durant is nothing to me, and he never will be.
Who told you that?
I did.
Okay, then you need to tell Michael that you made a mistake.